welcome to my channel, Good Godwins Let's Eat. If you read my first blog post, you read all about the church grannies and how we go to a Baptist church. And as you know, if you go to a Baptist church, we love covered dish, we love to eat, we love to fellowship. So we are starting a series called What Are You Bringing to the Covered Dish? And to start off our series, my mom, Roberta, is going to be cooking her favorite thing to bring to covered dish. So what do you usually bring to covered dish?
I usually bring the Blueberry Crunch Delight. This was a recipe that was passed down to me from my husband's mom, Cora Mixon. She cooked this and it was a favorite of his dad's. And so after she passed, I would always fix this for him, especially for him. And so whenever we have dinner at the church, he would say, "Are you fixing your Blueberry Delight?" So this is what I always carried for him.
Okay, so we are going to show you how to make it today. Okay, so the first thing you're going to make for the Blueberry Delight is the crust, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what do we do first to make the crust?
Okay, the first thing you need to do is get 1 cup of self-rising flour, 1 stick of butter, and melt it in the microwave. And then chop up 1 cup of pecans. Now, I suggest that you cut up your pecans, slice them, and because you want your crust to be crunchy. Not if you crush them, then it's going to make it more like a batter.
Yeah, you want to be able to taste pecans.
Yes, you want to be able to. So
pecans.
I suggest that you chop them and not crush them.
Okay.
So then the next thing you do is you take your I usually wash my hands real good, and then I pour the 1 cup of self-rising flour, the 1 cup of pecans, and then your melted butter.
Now, I will tell you, you may want to let the butter cool off a little bit if you put it in the microwave, because I have made the mistake of sticking my hand in the butter and it's really hot and I've burned my hand.
All right. Then I will take and I'll stir all this together.
This is how we do it in the South. One pan with our hands.
Yes. And make sure that you got all that flour mixed good in with the butter. I usually put this in a oblong dish, baking dish, because it just does so much better. But I have used the metal pans that you buy in the store for baking.
Yeah, just like a disposable pan.
Yes, especially if you're going to be making this for somebody and you're going to be giving it away. That way you don't have to worry about them having to bring your dish back to you.
Yeah, usually when you take this for covered dish, you don't make it in this pan. But usually when she makes it at home or for a family event, she always makes it in this same pan.
Then once you get it all mixed together, then you take both hands and you press it down on out and spread it. And you want to make sure that you have no holes in the bottom of the pan. So you just kind of you move them around until it's all even and you have no holes in the pan. Okay. And then we're finished with that. And that's what it looks like. Now we're going to go to put it in the oven and bake it at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes.
Okay, so for the second part of your Blueberry Delight, we have to make the cream kind of filling that goes in the middle. So what all do we need to make?
Okay, this is for your topping. You're going to need the 1 package of the Dream Whipped, 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese, and 1 cup of sugar, and a half a cup of milk. Now, the first thing you do is take your cream Dream Whip and you pour 1 package into the bowl.
Now, the Dream Whip has 2 envelopes in it, but we're only going to use 1 for this recipe. And the instructions for making this are on the side of the box, but we're going to show you how to do it in the video.
You'll need to use a half a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring, a half a cup of milk.
Okay. So you're gonna whip this on high for 4 minutes, and we're gonna do that. I prefer to use a hand mixer. You could probably use your standing mixer if you want to. I just prefer to use a hand mixer myself. I don't know how you feel about it. I like using the hand mixer better.
I really like using the hand mixer because later on we're going to be showing you something and you'll see it's a lot easier using the hand mixer than it is the big mixer.
Okay, so we're going to whip our vanilla, our Dream Whip, and our cold milk on high speed for 4 minutes, and we'll be back when we're done with that. Okay, so this is what our Dream Whip looks like after we've whipped it for 4 minutes. It's really creamy and fluffy. So now after we've whipped it, we're gonna start adding our cream cheese, which we've already cut into little chunks. You're gonna add a little bit of cream cheese and a little bit of sugar, and you're just gonna mix it in, and you wanna mix it until it's really smooth and creamy. You don't wanna have any chunks of cream cheese in there. So we're gonna start doing that, and we'll just keep mixing until it's all smooth. Best part about being a kid is you get to lick the beaters. Cameraman, you want to lick the spatulas? Okay, so after you've whipped it and it's really smooth, you want it to be really creamy. You don't want to see any chunks of cream cheese. So what are we going to do next, Mom?
Okay, at this time your crust needs to be cool before you put this in.
So we'll be back when the crust is all cool. Okay, so this is what our crust looks like after it's done and out of the oven. It did end up taking, I think, 22 minutes for ours to get completely done. All right, so now what are we gonna do?
Well, once that gets done and your crust is cooled off, then you take your topping and you will pour that up on top of and you will smooth that out so everything is covered.
The bowl for you. How about I hold and you scoop?
That would be great.
All
right, now you scrape it all in. So now we're going to cover it. Okay.
You want to make sure everything's
covered.
Okay, looks good.
Okay. All right, now once we get through smoothing that out, then we're going to take 1 can of a blueberry pie filling, or you can make your own blueberry filling homemade if you want to do that. But most of the time you have to buy the blueberry. And you can change this up. It could be cherries or strawberries or whatever you want. It doesn't have to be blueberries.
Yeah, that's what's so great about this is you can literally use any fruit topping that you want. You can change it, but we always just use blueberries. That was my almost favorite, so we've always used blueberries.
And again, all you do is pour that up on the top and you smooth that out around over on top of the topping. Now once I get through with that, I will take some foil and put it over it, and I'll set it in the refrigerator till I get ready to leave. Or ready to serve them.
Which church has the best cooks?
Oh, that's easy. Cora Baptist Church, Jay, Florida.
Cora Baptist Church.
Yes, good answer. You heard it here first, folks. So this is what your Blueberry Delight looks like when it's all done and it's all cooled. So we are going to show you what it looks like when you cut into it, and we're going to have a taste of it.
Okay, here we go.
This is one of my all-time favorite desserts.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Very good.
It never fails. It's always
Crust
the
is
same.
really good. Crunchy. I love that filling. And the great thing about that filling is not overly sweet because the pie filling is really sweet. So the white part in the middle is really just kind of mild, and it just complements the pie filling so well. So good.
And that crust is so good with those.
Yeah, you can really taste those big chunks of pecans. So good. So make sure, if you enjoyed our video today, that you like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.